It's a beautiful day in Las Vegas, and we are inside the Las Vegas Convention Center for a very popular show, at least popular with me. It is the International Pizza Expo, the largest expo of its kind in the world, says the marketing material. I've been to this show before and I love it. It's a tasty show. The show looks pretty crowded. It's right after lunchtime. I think a lot of people would attend this show during lunch and enjoy the samples. But anyway, some 7,500 people have attended this show in the past. Don't know whether the numbers will increase this year, but it looks like a good crowd.
Talk about what yeast does. Yeast eats sugar and poops gas. That is what it does, to say it simply. And so the longer and more time you give yeast to do what it does, it'll eliminate the sugar in the dough and replace it with carbonic gas, which makes your crust light and airy and easy to digest.
This young lady attracts attention. She's in the Castle booth, and her headpiece of red peppers indicates what the Castle group is doing. They are part of Calusian, a New York company, and they import spices from Europe and companies that and farms that they own, and they say they do the job better than the competition because of the way they process the spices. These spices are available to the pizza industry, and that's why Castle is here. I go to a local restaurant in Las Vegas, Manzu, and the workers there have t-shirts with this slogan, "I love gluten." We are here at the Grain Craft booth, and they sell milled wheat to bakers for the kind of bread that's expensive and delicious that you buy in the store, and of course pizza dough. I was intrigued with this demonstration here, and the lady in the booth said it's a baker in, I think she said Chattanooga, who put this loaf and this decoration together. It's really quite lovely. I'm at the Pinza Romana booth. This is a new product at this show, and you can see by the signs, no saturated fat, vegan, 80% water. And I'm told that this pizza dough is made without lard or butter, but with a little olive oil and a lot of water. Now, what does 48 to 72 hour fermentation mean?
The dough rises.
Is that longer than normal?
It is longer than normal. So normal time, where's the normal time for pizza?
From 6 to 18 hours.
6 to 18 hours. This is triple, quadruple, 10 times more almost, yeah.
Okay, and
Yeah.
when you say vegan, you mean that it's not animal fat?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. There's only a little bit of olive oil in there, salt, and that's
Okay,
it.
well, it's good. I tasted
Thank
it.
you. I'm glad
I
you
like
like
that it's
it.
crunchy. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, good luck here at the show.
Oh.
This booth is Schouten. It's a company based in the Netherlands with U.S. representatives, this gentleman being one, and they specialize in plant-based protein foods, like all of these samples here, and the sign says meat-based pizza without tasting that meaty taste. We've got you covered. So they have plant-based proteins with soy and wheat that taste like bacon and what else?
Ham, beef, meatballs, chicken,
Okay.
sausage.
This company's been in business 25 years. It's the Prolux exhibit, and I looked at these pieces of equipment and I thought somehow that these must cook pizza, and the gentleman said, no dear. What we do here, and you put the dough in there, right? And it simply presses the dough into the shape that you want.
That's correct.
Right?
That's correct.
And that saves a lot of time?
Absolutely. It's done in seconds instead of minutes.
Okay, would a company buy pre-made dough, or they make their
Sure,
own?
you can
Doesn't
do either-
matter.
You can do either or.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do either or, and once you put the dough in the machine, it allows you not to have skilled labor. You don't have to have, like I said,
You don't have to have skilled labor and nobody throwing the pizza dough in the air and.
and you're going to get a consistent product every single time.
Okay. How much does one of those cost?
This is the top of the line. Automatic. This one's about $7,000.
Wow. Just to press the pizza into the.
We'll figure the cost you spend on labor, and if they call out sick, this will never call out sick. This will never season your food.
Okay, I got it. I got it. I didn't know this existed, but thank you very much. We wanted to put the Living Las Vegas name on water. We would come to these folks, Signature Springs, and they will put our label on their water. Want to mix some pizza dough? This is Avancini, the Italian capability. I guess if you want some music for your establishment and don't want to worry about copyrights and all that, you hire these folks, Custom Channels. Well, if you need a handy way to transport pizzas and you don't want to use a car, the folks at Turn will provide bikes and containers, and I'm not quite sure how much they cost, but they're cute.
Dessert pizza belongs on every pizza menu. I would rather see a dessert pizza than a tiramisu or chocolate mousse, because you are a pizzeria. You are a pizzeria, so to serve dessert pizza, there's nothing wrong with that. You can do a simple Italian one and have Nutella and spread that on your base and put strawberries on it. When it comes out, dusting with powdered sugar. Really simple, you know, and the results you get out of something so simple is really good. I think
San Gennaro Foods is here with a new product, right? It is polenta, which is cornmeal and water, and it's made into a pizza base.
In Italy, a lot of polenta is served with basic pizza toppings. So you can put sauce on there, you can put sausage on there. So it's basically the same idea. It would be just an entree alternative to a pizza.
So this would be what, one person?
Yeah, one or two, I suppose. You can also just take this format and cut it into wedges and serve it as an appetizer.
Okay.
There's
You
some
can
restaurants,
cut it into wedges, but
You
wouldn't.
You just wouldn't be able to.
You wouldn't pick it up.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
It's more of a soft polenta.
All right. So knife and fork required, right?
At
For
least
polenta. This show isn't all pizza. There are gyros here as well, and the same establishment might serve. Pizza can be made by hand or by machine, and there are a number of movies here at this Quantum exhibit showing mass production of pizza bases and even application of sauces. Custom Foods Inc. is introducing a new kind of pizza crust at this show. It's 3-seated hemp pizza crust. And I asked the gentleman here, I said, isn't hemp something that they make chairs out of? He says, oh no, hemp is a plant that has thousands of uses and it is considered a superfood. So what they have done is incorporate hemp into pizza crust, and they say they're the only people that do it. He also admitted no pizza is really altogether healthy, but at least this makes the crust healthier than it would be otherwise. I think this company is called Menu, Italian Food Specialties, and I'm looking here at all their samples, and some of the words are hard to pronounce, but this looks to be and tastes like olives covered in chocolate. A specialty I didn't know existed, but it's very spicy. This beautiful display is part of the Smithfield exhibit. Many restaurants or pizzerias use tablecloths. And here are a bunch of samples. I think the company is Americo. I stopped at the Waring booth. This is Waring blenders and other products, and I was offered a small cup of smoothie, which was berries and orange juice, and it was delicious after all that pizza. Sort of an English major in college, and this just breaks my heart. Brooklyn bred, B-R-E-D, but they have some beautiful samples here. Packaging makes a difference. The salsa that we buy at the grocery store has a nice little cup, and look at what you would buy in a restaurant, a bag full of premium salt.
You name it, I think she's seen it, she's done it. This is actually Carol Fleming herself.
Well, hello, Carol. This is your company, right? And this is what her company does. They make mascots, like so, and people get into these costumes and either greet customers or walk around conventions. I've seen many of them walking around conventions. So you would say something like this would be cost-wise?
Around $2,500.
Around $2,500. That's the ultimate one. And this company is based in California, and Carol Fleming has been in this business for some 40 years, right?
Exactly.
Well, this is great, and this is so much fun. I talked to Carol about her career, and she said that one of the first costumes she made was Big Bird because she wanted to wear it at Halloween, and she liked the character on TV. Ultimately, she ended up working for the TV program, but she said this, I'm sure this was a showstopper. She dressed as Big Bird for her daughter's wedding. Those pictures. Well, darn it, some weddings need to be a lot more fun than they are. So that's great. Anyway, here's her business 40 years later. This gentleman explained that what happens is when you order a pizza and it comes in a box like this, everybody puts their face behind the tuxedo, take pictures, and publicize the pizzeria. So Pizza Bib is back at this show. It's a great sign. Meet your new employee of the month, the PDQ self-service kiosk. You just punch in what you want. Woodstone Pizza's booth has an oven with a show name in front of flames.
So you make the dough, no? Or once you finish to make the dough, it's very important that the dough gets to the point there is grown. The fermentation is done. So about depends how much yeast you put, but usually the pizza napoletana is ready in 8 hours.
You can even find suppliers of baker's yeast at this show. If you want samples of pepperoni, they are here. What's the company?
Ezo Sausage Company out of
There it is.
Ohio.
Ezo Sausage Company. And it's good. I had a sample.
Thank you.
Again, after many samples, a little liquid would taste good. And if you're a Dr. Pepper lover, you are in heaven. Need meat for your meat toppings? This is Sugardale. I was curious about this sign, Fire Within Mobile Wood-Fired Ovens, and here is one.
Yeah, no, I walked in this morning and immediately.
And I was wondering why somebody needs a wood-fired oven that can travel, and the gentleman here said, oh my goodness, for weddings and fairs and all kinds of places where lots of people gather, you bring the pizza and fire it right to the customer. This company, Conway Dressing for Salads, let's say you have a restaurant and you serve a salad and you say, do you want house dressing? And they say yes. And then the customer says, I love that dressing. Could I buy some? And Conway Dressing for Salads, they will take that restaurant's recipe and bottle it and put the restaurant's name on it and sell it to the customers. Wine with your pizza. Colombo is here, and this is made in Sicily. Lots of folks at this show are pushing vegan items and healthy items, and Desco USA says, Well, but there's nothing like a good fried food, and they have fryers here. We all love mushrooms, at least this consumer loves mushrooms on the pizza, and here's a company that will provide the mushrooms, the Mushroom Company. Gerard's Food Service will deliver lots of mustards, and I love mustard, so I'd love to be in this business. A couple of familiar names are lined up here. There's Sterno and PepsiCo. Another product I didn't know existed. It is pizza flavor pepperoni. Products ideal for the pizzeria. Well, I will try one. Chicago Metallic Bakeware is here. They provide commercial and food service bakeware. And there are a few samples here and a couple of customers as well. This is Whalen Packaging, and of course, here's what they offer: pizza boxes. And pizza boxes can have lots of different designs, in addition to the one we saw earlier where you put your face through the lid and have your friends take pictures. My goodness. Look at the many samples here. There are boxes for slices.
Oh, sorry.
And all kinds of sizes. This is a crowded booth. And he said, what, 6 or 8 minutes?
Yeah, 6 or 8 minutes.
Yeah. It goes in and everybody gets what they like on the pizza. So how much retail does one of these cost?
6 persons, 140.
6 persons, 140.
That one's 89.
Oh.
4 persons, $89.
And where do people buy them?
Amazon.
Amazon, Walmart, okay. Did you know you can make pizza dough out of cauliflower? Well, you can, and it's a better for you pizza. And I'm going to taste it right now. I think I'm in the last row of the showroom here. It's been on my feet a long time. And so I'm going to say farewell to Pizza Expo 2019. This is a great show. It's great for people who are in the business of providing pizza. There are lots of ideas. These educational programs associated with this show can be invaluable.